Again, Bruno Fernandes.
Looking like these lads have looked in the last 2 games, we've been there. And what this group of players over the last 6 years have done really well is not getting involved and dragged into the weeds. They just got dragged into the weeds a little bit in the last few days, which is fine. They're entitled to come out and have a go. But I would say that the reality is they have to try and get control of the football match. That is the most important thing. England teams have never been able to do that in 20 years. We do have technical players here, and they're not able to do it still.
But, Ange, with the rise of social media, you know, of any given Saturday, the full-time whistle goes, you're walking down the tunnel back to the dressing room, and your players, within 5 minutes, could be finding out what people are saying about them. And they may say, oh, well, I don't look at it, but mum might do, an agent might do, and brother might do, and, you know, sister might do. So it's so hard, and there's nothing you can do, is there, really, to shield them from it?
Yeah, I look at it through a different prism. I think we look at that from our perspective. What I found, young people in position, they're a lot more mature about it than we think they are. I mean, we've seen 16-year-olds rip it up in this tournament, OK? So I don't think... Sometimes when you're in camp, particularly national team, you do feel under siege because all the information sort of incoming is through one or two sources, whereas your club football, you go out for a walk, somebody will see you, give you a bit of a cheer-up message or whatever, and you get a better perspective. I don't know if they're protecting the young players. Who are they protecting? They're not protecting Cole Palmer. He hasn't played yet. You know, they're not protecting Eze. They're not protecting some of the ones who... So I think it's more of them, as I said before, I'd rather they went out tonight, not prove people wrong, but just make a statement, play, you know. And what Declan said at the end there is perfect. Go out there and make, like, you've seen already De Bruyne the other night, he went out there to make a statement, you know. Modric, they got knocked out, but he went out there to make a statement. That's what this platform's all about.
And you've watched those interviews there, and you've seen England play for 20 years and the way in which you play football. What would you do? And I don't want to put you on the spot here, but with that current group of players that England have at their disposal, what would you be doing today? What would be the big message that you would send them out to?
Well, as I said before, I think, you know, it's a free hit today where we go out there and make an impact. Make an impact in the tournament. You as an individual, how many Euros or major tournaments you're going to play in? Don't waste the game. Don't just think about getting a point or 2 points to finish top. Take this 95, 100 minutes to make yourself known. Phil Foden, to make yourself known on the world stage. We know you're an unbelievable footballer. But to do that, the whole team has to have that mindset. You know, they've got to go out there today and just take the game and control the game and try and score goals, be exciting.
Roy, I'm thinking what French TV are doing right now. They've come second in their group. They haven't scored a goal from open play. I mean, I just think it's all going off. My point being that since mankind invented television, this has gone on. Doesn't matter what the sport is and what the country is, that former players have said things because they are now pundits and they're not cheerleaders. Yeah, so they've said things.
I definitely think the modern player does seem to be a bit more delicate to criticism. I know there's more of it, as a social media particularly. But again, it's up to these players. I judge players by actions. And we know how quickly football changes. England get to put on a good performance and win tonight. Declan Rice is talking about show some love. Listen, come on, it's serious stuff as well. It's football stuff. People have made huge sacrifices to travel. You'll get the love back when you perform. We all played at a decent level, and when things are going great, people are patting you on the back. But the reality is, if you're not performing, you get criticised. No, nobody likes to be criticised, but it is part of your journey. Almost, I feel like saying to some players, I know people think I'm a dinosaur, a bit old school, but sometimes it is a case of, listen, roll your sleeves up. These are such a talented group of players. Go out and perform, and I tell you, you get plenty of plaudits.
You can change it round very quickly. That's the point, you say.
No, I was just gonna, when you look at them, like we've seen that they do get a bit of criticism, but something's pushed them over the edge. Because, like you rightly say there, Ange, you know, yes, you want to see them go out and perform and answer in that way, but they believe, for whatever reason, they have to say something